Okay, maybe we can get another match in here, or maybe just one game. We'll see if we have time. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have time. Okay, we're gonna try for a match, but maybe it'll just be one game. Because I might have to go, and then we'll just have to do a third match at some other point where I have more time. It's already fairly late this evening, and I am tired. Seems like a decent hand. We have disruption, an answer, and a filter, so I think that's a keep. So, wow, a lot of decisions already. This deck is very decision heavy. Do we play a tapped land? Do we try to duress right away to get the most information? I think we duress right away so that we can see what we're up against, because that'll help us decide our scry and our tormenting voice and plan our modes for our Kolaghan's command. Red blue could be artifacts that we're up against, so that might not be bad. Duress would be great to get the Thopter Spy Network out of their hand. Yep, so this is I do think that red blue artifact deck is a serious constructed deck. It's really hard to play against if it's built out fully, but some of the cards are pretty expensive, like the hangerbacks and whatnot, so it's not always, you know, built out to the extreme. There's various levels you'll see of commitment. Alright, so he had that 1/3 guy, which is annoying. So I think our command is probably going to kill the Ghost Fireblade and the Thopter token. So our Tormenting Voice, we need to get more. Yeah, we're definitely keeping that. We'll probably be ditching one of these swamps at some point. So here he's probably going to play land and then Thopter Engineer, I would assume, unless he drew something better. Getting that Spy Network was really clutch, because it's much harder to fight against the deck with that in play. I mean, I've done it, but it's much harder. I mean, he's gonna end up keeping his 1/3 in play here, which is not really that scary. Other than that, it gives all the tokens haste, so we will want to get rid of it eventually. Here, you know, sometimes they were playing Stubborn Denial or Negate or something, so I'm going to cast the command on my main phase just to make sure we don't have any issues. Destroy target artifact and shock something. And I feel like we got pretty decent value there. That's going to slow him down. Basically, we just want to slow him down enough. You're never going to stop a deck, because, you know, a deck gets to draw a card every turn. And, you know, it's not like Eterno formats where you have hard locks where you can just totally lock somebody out. So, alright, Springleaf Drum, not really an issue. And alright, that is more annoying. Alright, we do have a command to deal with part of that card. So yeah, here we have to Bloodfell Caves and then command again. We'll choose one of these and we'll deal 2 damage to that, and he doesn't have mana to activate it right now. So he's not getting too much value out of that other than like keeping a 1/1 flyer after all is said and done. So again, we haven't really solved everything yet, but we're not in the worst situation. Like we could draw Crux of Fate. Okay. Now that is more of a problem, because now he's gonna get to draw, and then he's gonna get this stream of free 1/1s because he's got Darkseal Citadel that we can't do anything about. I have no idea why you wouldn't attack with the engineer there. That is just a mistake, unless so he can use Springleaf Drum in case he draws something, but I don't really think that's worthwhile. Okay, let's Tormenting Voice, discarding Swamp. Okay, Anger, which I can't cast right now. So I'm gonna Tormenting Voice, discarding Mountain. And okay. Now Anger is clearly very good against this deck. We'll get to clean up some of these tokens, but unfortunately he's drawn lots of cards too. So we need to get to Ugin to answer the Spy Network, really. And even then, you might have Thopters in play or something that just kill it, so it's kinda stinky. Oh, a second one. Alright, well, if I were him, I would not have played the second one. I would keep that in the pocket, because you're probably winning fast enough at this point, but maybe that's me. He's gonna draw some more cards though, so luckily we have some draw spells of our own. Alright, so an extra majoring network. Oh, unfortunately we don't have another untapped red source here. So I could gamble and hope we draw a mountain, but don't think that's quite worth it. So let's Anger here, mop those guys up. Okay. Alright, so, you know, this is going to be rough, but the good thing about that, even though it's really powerful, it's still quite slow. So we do have a little bit of time to catch up here. If we natural draw Ugin, well, it's still not going to be good. I mean, we can plus and kill Thopter. Okay, Mountain was not the worst draw. And I'm playing it because I feel like I need more red. Okay, another Anger. Duress. Okay, don't know why you wouldn't have just run that Bleed out there. That seems like a mistake. Well, I definitely don't want to ditch the Anger. Do I Anger now to keep him from drawing 2 more cards? It doesn't seem terrible to me, honestly. It's kind of a waste, but know, it's kind of like I'm killing those two. I'm saving 2 life, and I'm maybe keeping him off drawing. Oh no, because he's got that still. So all right, I guess my plan did not work out that well, but that still saves some life. Boy, these stop their tokens are just everywhere. They're just cranking them out. This is like what America is going to become with all these drones flying around everywhere. Uh-oh. Now I really wish I had the anger. Oh boy. Oh god, an opponent drawing 3 cards every turn is pretty rough, but things are not looking good here, folks. We still have 1 more anger, 3 crux. I guess we're going to Tormenting Voice, ditching a Tormenting Voice. Oh, well that's not a bad pair of cards to see. 4, 5, destroy all non-dragon creatures. What's he gonna do? Gain a bunch of life? That's fine. Go ahead, gain life. So now, if I Ugin and minus it, there's like a really good chance Ugin dies, right? Because he'll be at 3. And there'll be 2 tokens in play, you know? But if I Ugin and plus it and kill 1, then he's still gonna draw more cards. Unless he attacks Ugin instead of me. This is really tough. I think I have to do this for 1 turn, and then next turn maybe I can kill the spy networks safely because I'll have Culligan's command to mop up the other Thops. That's, you know, that was a really tough decision, I think. I could have gone either way on that. Because, you know, minusing, he still gets to keep his Thopter token, so it was at effectively 2, so if he drew any, you know, another Ghostfire Blade or, you know, there's a lot of things that could have just, you know, Insole Artifact. I haven't seen yet, thankfully, but Chief, okay. Chief I can blow up with the command, which is nice. Here he's gonna get to draw 2 more cards, unfortunately, so no? Oh no, because he attacked Ugin instead. Oh, that's nice. That was probably a mistake. If I'm him, you know, 2 damage and 2 cards is worth way more than the 2 loyalty on the Ugin. Okay, so here, I really want to minus that. So what do I have to kill? Black. Let's. Okay, so we kill that, and we do 2 damage to one of these. And we -4. And we can start charging these up. If our Ugin lives, you know, then we're in really, really good shape. And if he doesn't, then it's going to be really tough. I'm going to keep the Bloodfell hands in case I draw another Insight or Voice. So there's a chance Ugin dies here. If he goes to 1, it's fine, because then he can +2 and kill one of them. Last turn, he, you know, I don't know, if I'm opponent, I ignore the Ugin and just try to kill me, you know, draw cards. And, yeah, okay, he's dead set on slaying that Ugin. Please don't be another spy network. I fought through 3 of them already here. So even though you would assume this is a bad matchup for me, main deck Kolaghan's command helps. Ooh, Whirler Rogue. Alright. So that's not great, obviously. Yeah. Now we're in trouble here because Goggles isn't quite going to do anything to keep my Ugin alive. I mean, this buys me a turn of life. 5. We're going to put a storage on that. And I'm still not going to play this Bloodfell Caves. Alright, so Ugin is dead, unfortunately. We didn't draw any more removal spells. He's going to gain a bunch of life here, which, again, really doesn't matter all that much. Because when we get to the point that we're going to kill him, it's just a little bit more to work through, but... Alright, 3 at Ugin, 1 at me. Alright, well, I don't think that's going to be good enough. Alright, Angler. Storage counter. Storage counter. Pass. Yep, it's looking pretty grim here. Ugh. Okay. Alright. Gain a life. Storage counter. Storage counter. So at this point, you know, if we draw a Creator's Clause, those mage rings represent 14 damage. So I actually can even at the amount of life he has, I'm pretty close to being able to Creator's Clause him for lethal. Which is why the Mage Ring is such an important card in the deck. Alright. Oh, man. And that's game, unfortunately. Flood out at the very end. Very close game. Like, I felt that I could have come over the top at any point. We want Drown and Bile Blight. We don't want Gurmag Angler. We do want more Duress because the card that really gets us is that Spy Network. We do want Crux. And we can take out Read the Bones and trim a Voice and the Dragon doesn't seem particularly good when it can be chump blocked forever. So I still don't think it's a terrible matchup, but it's pretty rough getting past the advantage of that Spy Network. Like, if he doesn't land Spy Network with Darksteel Citadel, then it's pretty easy for me to win. Because I can control the other type of artifacts, I just can't exile his artifact land, right? Basically, all of the other cards, just regular creatures and stuff, are pretty easy to deal with, the way the deck is set up. Okay, so yeah, this is a keep. It's slow. We need to, unfortunately, we need to find a land with this. Which we do. Another tap land, of course. That's okay. Can Fiery Impulse the first creature, and we'll certainly live long enough to Colian's command and maybe get rid of that Ghostfire Blade and something. Unfortunately, we don't have Duress, so it's going to be rough if he lands Spy Network. Really, 2 Ghostfire Blades. Okay, opponent stuck on lands. That's kind of groovy. Okay, so maybe that'll give us some time. Alright, nothing there. What did we draw? Bloodstained Mire. So do I want to Magmatic Insight that away or not? I don't think I do. I think I want to hit my land still. So in fact, I probably shouldn't have even fetched. Yeah, that was wrong. But that was a minor mistake. I'll give myself that one. Okay, he hit his second land here. If he casts in Soul, we just lose. Because the only way for me to beat that would be to live till I can cast Ugin, and there's just... it's really pretty much impossible with the two Ghost Fire Blades in play, so that's just game. Unfortunately, we don't get to see a second game of Magic because this card and this card still exist in Standard, which I think is just disgusting. I hate the indestructible keyword. I think it's lame, really. But alright, nothing we can do about that. And we'll draw. So we wouldn't have hit duress anyway, so boo, lame.